talk with Sara and friends, but now it's mostly Sara and Mark.
Yeah.
And yeah, today we are we're going back to the theme of abundance, and now we're going to get a little bit more practical. So, should we give a little bit of a? So first, yes, this is a book review of
Yes.
the very famous book,
Yeah.
Rich Dad Poor Dad. So this is, when was this written? In the 80s?
I don't remember exactly, but I just remember seeing it on bookshelves for a very long time. And this is the first edition is 1997.
Yeah.
And I guess that's, I was a teenager, but I remember seeing it at bookstores and just look at that guy. He's like so full of shit. He's so fake. And that's what I thought. This is it's a scheme, money, pyramids, and all this kind of stuff where we're kind of being exposed in the 90s.
Yeah. True.
And
one thing that I found very interesting when we were talking about this was that because you're from America,
right?
And you're from Texas.
Yes.
It's like the bold of the biggest of the big everywhere. And I'm from Sweden. We have like 9 million people, and I don't know how many you have in Texas.
Probably a lot more.
Anyway, and you said like, yeah, this guy was on tour.
Yeah. They used to do book tours, and he would do seminars, and people would fill up stadiums and coliseums with people reading the book, and I think there was like a workbook and a workshop and videos and everything with it.
Yeah. So, but we work with the abundance energy and money freedom, and because it's all an energy, and that's a big part of the spiritual journey, the energy of abundance. And we covered it in one other episode where we talk a little bit more about abundance in general. I don't remember what we talked about, but we will continue to work on the topic of abundance because it's a big topic, and there's a lot of work to be done. It's a lot. It's money frequency is connected to like family history and fears and belief systems, and it's mostly just energetical blockages in and around like self-worth and how you view the world and all kinds of stuff. So we work with that and have been working with that for quite some time. And to be a little bit more practical, we want to share something very practical that changed a lot for us.
Yeah, and also to kind of like, do a proper book review of the different elements of the book, and I guess one thing I really liked about the book was that the simplistic storytelling style. It was just very easy to follow. It wasn't full of complicated or difficult to understand, financial investment things or banking things. It was like written.
No, this is a book for anyone.
Anyone, can learn.
Yeah, this is not and it's not a boring book.
No.
So I was recommended this from one of our teachers on the topic of abundance, and he said that it changed a lot for him on many aspects. And now it took me a while before I read it. And then when I was ready and I read it, I was like, oh. So it's like a eye opener.
Yeah, well, when I read it, I decided to put down all of my previous expectations. I decided to just be completely open, with an open mind, and read the book without judgment, without expectation. And I was really impressed and inspired, and I definitely learned some things.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take many pages before you came, Sara. I'm just like, I was like, wow.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. So we were going to go through our biggest insights, or that changed us, because it did have. I mean, I have to be honest that I'm a little bit reluctant to say how big of an impact this book had on me. But the thing is,
I'll say it. Yeah, I was wrong. It's a great book. It has a lot of good information.
It's not a pyramid scheme.
It's not a pyramid
scheme. It's actually just sharing information.
Yeah.
And no, that was funny. And what was I going to say? Yeah, let's just continue. Uh, okay, let's just go for it. The first thing that I want to mention is, yes, that's what I was going to say. I had done a lot of energetical work before I read this book. So when I read this book, I was kind of ready to just shift my mindset and just go head in. And that's what happened. My creativity just absolutely cannonballed after this. So this is actually, that was, this is, since it's so practical, we took a lot of inspiration from this in our way forward. That's what's going on.
Yeah, certainly. A lot of things have shifted in our pursuits, and the way that we look at things, and the way that we look at abundance has shifted because of this. Yeah. I mean, I just, it's listen to us today, then go buy the book and read it.
Yeah. And to start off, I want to say or explain maybe a little bit why this is interesting for us, because we here at the farm is not only just living with the spirit, it's a community that works together. I mean, you don't work in living with the spirit, and there's people living here that is not like employed by living with the spirit, but we decided to live together here, and we're going to do great things together, and living with the spirit is just one of them.
Yeah. We're a community of different people, and we all have
entrepreneurs, you said.
Yeah. Yes, it's true. We are.
Yeah. Okay. The book. So the first thing I want to say is that it, on the work that I already had been doing, I could just shift my view of the frequency of money and just tap into that it's like a game. It's an energy and it's a game, and anyone can participate.
If you don't have blockages.
Yes, if you don't have blockages. But since I cleared my blockages before that, and I read the book, and I just realized it's just a game. Let's play.
Yeah. Monopoly money.
Yes, money is not real. And if you are too attached to them,
that's a form of blockage. You can be too attached, or like me, I was completely detached from money.
Yeah.
I was so detached from money, I didn't want it.
Yes.
You know?
That was fun. The coaching sessions that we had around that was very fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so general fear, it just blew out and if I had any fear around money left, this book just changed that. I didn't have any fear. I just became fearless, and I exchanged that fear to creativity and opportunities.
Yeah, you transformed it.
Yeah, I transformed it to opportunities.
Yeah.
And okay, so what else? One thing he says is let the money work for you.
Let the money work for you. So that means that you need to have assets that actually make money. And I remember one thing from the book that's kind of like a common myth, especially in America. In America, the great American dream is first to own a gigantic home.
Yeah.
And what we learn in the book is that a home, while is not a bad thing for you and your family, it's certainly not an asset, because the definition of an asset is something that continues to make money. And, the housing crashes that America and other parts of the world have experienced have shown that that's not something that is proven to make money. So we've got to rethink the assets, and assets can be, businesses, they can be ventures, they could be gold and silver, it could be crypto, or it could be intellectual property, which is something that we're exploring here.
Yeah.
How can ideas and systems and services become assets? So
his main philosophy is that, so he has this rich dad, poor dad, right? So the story is about him growing up, and he is influenced by two people. The one is his own dad, which was the poor dad.
The poor intellectual dad. The dad was like a PhD working in the education system.
You're like, Sarah, this is me.
Yeah, I did say that. I said, I'm poor dad. Holy shit, I'm poor dad. I've been poor dad my whole life. How can I be rich dad now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the rich dad was, a tried and true American blue collar worker, and who started to own businesses, and then those expanded and multiplied. And so the story is of the author growing up with these two different coins, two different sides of the
Yeah.
coin, the rich dad having this advice and the poor dad having this other advice, and so he decided to kind of take on the path of the rich dad.
Yeah. So this is his book and his tips of how to uh, get out of the rat race,
Yes.
to not live by paycheck, and to or you earn more money at your job and then your expenses goes up.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, that was completely me as well. Like
Yeah,
just
the
having,
poor dad.
yeah, just having a job and just climbing the ladder, so to speak, and just earning more, but in the paycheck.
Right. So the poor dad says to get a good job, stay at that job for a long time,
Education.
get a government job or an
Get the
education
PhD.
job. Yeah, continue your education in the traditional ladders, and then let that company save for retirement, so that when you're old and no longer able to enjoy life, you get to retire. So I mean, it is a rat race, and it just sounds not very inspiring.
No. And I can also feel how exhausting it is.
Yeah, it kind of just slowly deteriorates your vitality through your whole life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what he explains, and he has a philosophy that is called "pay yourself first." So generally, he says, get out of the rat race, and it doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It's about what do you do with the money you make.
Yep.
And so what he says is, first thing you do before you pay any bills, anything, you pay yourself first. And
Right.
what does he mean by that? Yeah, he means buy assets.
Right.
Or save up to assets that will make you money.
Yeah,
So-
he doesn't mean pay yourself first so you can buy a Ferrari. He means pay yourself first so that you can grow your wealth with assets.
Yes.
And then if that generates enough money,
Then you get to
profit,
buy the Ferrari.
then you can buy the Ferrari.
Yeah.
But some people, I think, misinterpret that pay yourself first doesn't mean like load up your line your pockets.
Load up your grills.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so that's a big thing. And what else? Mind your own business, he says. Yeah, have your own business.
Well, I
Start your
like
own-
how mind your own business has two meanings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind your own business means don't worry about my business, worry about your business. But mind your own business means to start your own business, have your own business, be your own boss.
yeah, be your own boss.
Yeah.
And he mentions a lot of financial opportunities and benefits from that, of course. So I mean, that we already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one that jumped out to me was that he said that money is about a mindset.
Yeah.
And that if you say that you're poor, then being poor is a mindset that goes along with all these other feelings.
Yeah.
But even whenever he had $0, he said, "I'm not poor. I'm broke right now."
I'm broke right now.
Right now. But that's a different mentality. That means
Yeah.
he's saying, I can earn more money. I won't be broke for long.
Yeah.
Here I come.
Yes, and also there was feeling of trusting his own capabilities. Like
The intuition.
yeah, but it's like I'm capable of earning money. I just don't have any right now.
Right. Yeah.
But tomorrow there might be an opportunity. And then he has, of course, a lot of. It's very American.
America.
The book is very American. So sometimes there's like, ooh, a little bit too much of that. But it's not about that. It's just then you just skip that part and just take home whatever is beneficial for you.
Yeah.
And it's I mean, I like the stuff that he said. He has very practical tips, like if you don't have money, whenever things are going slow, give away money, because so it's very spiritual as
Yeah, it
well.
is. It is.
Um, and, he said that whenever he was low on cash, he always he did a big donation to either his church or favorite charity or
Yeah.
someone in need or whatnot, because money is an energy. So he's he's obviously really tapped into this. So it's a combination of a spiritual book together with very practical. He's very into real estate.
Yeah. So the way that he makes money is through seeking real estate investment opportunities. But he said that there are lots of ways to find opportunities,
Yeah.
and an opportunity is just a product or a service or a tangible good that can be acquired for a low cost and then resold later for a higher cost,
Yeah.
whatever that might be.
Yeah.
Real estate just happens to be the game that he describes in the examples in the book.
Yeah. So and another thing that really shifted for me was about investments. So he talks a lot about investments, because if you invest somewhere, that money is kind of growing on its own. You don't really need to do much. It's someone else
Yeah.
doing the work.
Right.
And for me, I was always like, when it comes to investment, it was like, oh, excuse me, can you please give me some of your money, please,
Right.
like begging for it. And when I read this book, I was like, holy shit, everyone who has money is looking for opportunities for the money to grow without them doing anything. That's like,
Yeah.
that's what you do. So I realized that having a business opportunity with investment opportunity um, is, I mean, it's not something that you beg something for. People are actually looking
Yeah.
for different opportunities. So yeah, that was a massive one for me, to realize that if I just need to have a really good idea and a solid case and a trustworthiness
investment
and
will come to you.
yes.
Yeah. What I realized about investments was that the previous mindset that I had was that I don't have money to invest because I have debt.
Yeah.
And it's like, I need to pay off my debt before I can invest. It didn't, in my mind, it didn't make sense. Why would I not be paying my bills if I had the money
Yeah.
to invest? But in the book, it talks about how the investment is what's going to propel you forward.
Yeah.
So I can invest and then use the profit from that later to pay back my debts.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that aren't as important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that stood out for you?
I like how he leans on experts.
Yeah.
So he says, in your business ventures, always hire experts or consult with experts because it's the most valuable, way to get return. Because you trust those experts to lend you the advice or give you the information to help you make good decisions.
Yeah.
So he said he always, hires the best accountants and the best advisors and the best real estate agents and lawyers and attorneys to help him conduct his business.
Yeah, he says at some point that if the people he work with makes a lot of money, that means that they will make a lot of money for him.
Yeah, and he said pay them well.
Yeah.
You pay them well because they're worth their investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that goes also along with the abundance journey, that like paying for it's worth paying for good things. It's like it's just a transaction of energy that is
Well,
moving around, and that you get what you pay for, sort of.
when and also energetically and spiritually, like, just the way that we conduct business is that we take care of the people involved.
Yeah.
We're not going to sit over here and get rich and then let other people in our community fall behind. We're going to take care of everyone, and everyone's going to benefit from that.
I mean, that's the major, what do you call it, reason why we are on this abundance journey at all, is to make better things, create new, even better projects, help more people, and also to really take care of the community that is here in and around us,
Yeah.
and make sure that everyone has what they need.
Yeah,
And more.
And it's not just about this fortress of solitude for just the people who live here, but we want to grow, and we want to share this opportunity with more people and other
Yeah.
people, and we want it to create an ecosystem where everyone can feel the abundance.
Yeah. So how are we going to do that?
Well, we're going to have to invest, and we're going to have to mind our business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So from this book, and also other things, of course, it's not like we just read one book and then everything changed. It's an ongoing work that we do.
Right.
But this was a big part of it, and a lot of practical ideas and a lot of creativity opened up for me after I read it. And we have decided to create a project that is called Spirit Collective, because we are a number of entrepreneurs here. It's not just you and me.
Yeah.
And we already have some stuff going on. So we will actually just conceptualize the things that we have going on and create real projects out of it. And instead of only living with the spirit, we will help people change their lives in other ways. That's basically what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So it's about conscious living, it's about healthy living, it's about stepping out of the rat race, it's about creating or creating space, or holding space for people to live their best lives.
Yeah, that's the main objective, and
Yeah.
then from that, smaller projects
Yeah.
will kind of hit different elements of the main goals.
Yeah. So that is it's very early, but still a lot of things happening.
Well, we have a cool logo already. I mean, that's in the world of startups. If you have a logo and that logo is printed on a T-shirt, you're in business. Like
Okay, then.
you're selling already. So
then we just need some t-shirts.
T-shirts, some swag, some balloons, and
Yeah.
stickers on the truck. Yeah.
Stickers on the truck. It's Jesus and the Spirit Collective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobbleheads.
Yeah. Of spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
For more information as the Spirit Collective grows and starts to manifest. We'll have more to share.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah.
So, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it's actually not a scam.
Not a scam. It's worth reading, and we'd love to hear back from you after you've read it, and we can discuss further.
Yes, tell me how you changed your life after reading the book. Have a great day.
Cheers.